the Attorney General, but it wouldn't bother me at all.
That's President Trump talking about the possible full release of Robert Mueller's special report. All we have right now, and all Congress has right now, is a 4-page summary put together by Trump appointees. Now lawmakers want to see it all and make their own judgment. WBZ's Ken MacLeod picks up the story tonight. He's live in our satellite center. Ken?
Paula, President Trump says he'd be okay if the entire Mueller report is made public. That's certainly what Democrats are pressing for, even as some key Republicans say this is the strongest point of the Trump presidency.
You shouldn't write a book report from the Cliff Notes.
At a gathering on climate change, Senator Ed Markey was clearly not warming up to the idea that the Mueller investigation exonerates President Trump.
Congress needs to see all of the evidence and reach its own conclusion.
Indeed, Democrats don't seem willing to accept Attorney General William Barr's 4-page summary of Mueller's 2-year investigation, which says President Trump and his campaign did not conspire or coordinate with the Russians to sway the 2016 presidential election.
We can never let this happen to another president again. I can tell you that. I say it very strongly. Very few people I know could have handled it.
Mueller couldn't reach a conclusion on obstruction of justice, but Barr has decided there's not enough evidence. With that in mind, the Trump team was everywhere today, claiming total vindication with an asterisk.
They could not conclude there was a legal violation. In other words, a case that they would have moved forward on.
Despite no proof of a crime, Democrats argue that Mueller's legwork might paint an unflattering portrait of the president and his team, some of which have already pled guilty to crimes, making the entire report something that Americans need to see for themselves.
Just because these actions did not rise to the very high bar of beyond a reasonable doubt of obstruction of justice does not mean that everything's hunky-dory.
The president is already suggesting the next target should be Trump haters who corrupted the investigation prior to Mueller's appointment.
There are a lot of people out there that have done some very, very evil things, very bad things, I would say treasonous things against our country.
Attorney General Barr says he'll scour the report with Mueller's help to weed out secret grand jury testimony before deciding how much goes public.
We just don't know enough yet.
Democrats want both Mueller and Barr to testify before Congress, but privately some Democrats wonder if continuing to beat this drum will be perceived by many Americans as sour grapes. Live in the Satellite Center tonight, Ken MacLeod, WBZ News.